Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion, I'm Auntie Quarantitties Chan.
And I'm Dixie Lynn, locked up tight. Welcome back to the weirdest episode we've ever done. Or I guess I should say welcome to, since we've never done this before.
Yes, we're being socially distant. We're abiding to the CDC regulations.
Alexis is, we're all kind of three-way FaceTiming right now. Alexis is at home. She will be giving her intern minute just a little later. However, because we have to work with the sound limitations, we didn't want the sound to be messed up with our three-way sounds. The sounds of a three-way?
Mm-hmm.
You won't be able to hear Alexis until her intern minute, but we have requested that she record her wheezes. So throughout the episode, we will be using that as a laugh track. Like this.
Oh, it's like we're together.
Chan, what have you been up to since all of this has been going on?
Since quarantining? Well,
Yeah.
I work at the dispensary, as some may know. And that place still qualifies as a pharmacy, so we've stayed open. I think we're going to close recreational cells pretty soon, but I'm going to be working through this quarantine, which is really cool, but also makes me a little nervous because someone could potentially expose it to us, so a little weird. Yeah, weird times.
Yeah, weird times, great oldies 95.7.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving that we're using like our headphones to talk to one another and we can't really see each other. It feels very much like we're on a news station. Or like on The View when Elizabeth Hasselbeck and Rosie O'Donnell fought and then the split screen. In that very timely reference, I am definitely Elizabeth Hasselbeck, just so you know. Life begins at conception. That's all I'm saying. Very basketball. I'm very, get my head in the game. I am wearing a knee brace.
Okay. I see you, Troy Bolton.
You know what it is? It's because when I cross my legs, because I have such long, luxurious, bony legs, I cross them so that the knees are pulling on one another.
That gets the tension going.
I did have a doctor tell me that I would have major problems with my knees and I'd have to get them replaced if I kept crossing my legs. But I also had a doctor tell me that gay sex was bad for you, so I don't know what to believe.
I mean, both things are true.
So let's get into this episode. We have like 1,000 looks to go over. So first, we're back. Dahlia has left. She stormed off and then said, but thanks for the opportunity. And then she went home and immediately started fighting with everyone online. The funniest line to me at the beginning, and we're going to have a lot to say about this queen. Nikki Doll said, since she has what it takes to send Dahlia home, she knows she has what it takes to send everyone home.
Oh.
So her wandering around the stage, as Dahlia also wandered around the stage, has given her the confidence that she's now ready to send everyone home.
I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it.
That's the kind of blind confidence I want. It's what Alexis and I, when we talk about our Facebook pets, is these people with blind confidence. I need that.
Walking as a talent.
So then we get into the mini challenge. We decide to start the episode off on a positive note. The bees are dying. And then they close up on Widow, and Widow goes, Like Widow was really counting on that honey. She's like, this is really gonna mess with my fourth
the bees
quarter.
really are dying. She had that epiphany just then and there.
She did. She goes, you know what? I have not seen a bee in a long time.
It's been a while. The bees are pretty quiet.
But you know what? She's got to call attention to some social injustice, environmental issue, since fracking is off the table.
OT.
Oh.
They wanted to be a little woke this episode, so you know what? Bring in the bees. It was a little theater game. The music's playing. Stop. Someone take focus. I thought it was real cute.
I thought it was hilarious that Rue's one-liners was clearly filmed at a different time because she was lit differently. Like, she had this strong light, like, under her.
Yeah.
And she was kind of quiet, and they're all, like, yelling and like, yeah. And then Rue's like, here's my one-liner involving bees. You did not record that at that time.
That's their new filming process. Rue, do a bunch of things. We'll edit you in post. We'll make you look good.
Right? You are not fooling anyone. Get the frack out of here.
Oh!
Did I do it again?
You did it again.
I am never
You
going to
keep bringing up her politics.
Heidi wrote "Believe" in what can only be described as snot-colored paint on her butt.
Smeared.
Have you ever written anything on your butt for a loved one?
Oh, you know what? I wrote "wow" on my butt. I wrote the letter W around my butt, and then you turn it upside down, it says "mom." The whole is
That's
the O.
sweet. The whole is, yeah. Thank you for clarifying. I also did something for my mom with my butt. I wrote "get well soon" when the hospital ran out of balloons. And then I brought it to her, and I showed her my "get well soon" butt, and she said, "Why is that balloon so deflated?" It's got a hole in it. So Gigi won, which was great.
Yes, she did a backflip. A back spring, handspring.
That's the kind of stuff you need to do when you're 21.
Mm-hmm.
You have the ability to heal fast. So that's when you start flipping your body around. Shannon, you're still young.
Yes.
You need to start flipping around.
I gotta take some of the classes. It's just not that easy.
TikTok. You're running out of time. Your eggs are about
TikTok.
to dry up.
Yeah.
And on TikTok. Very hip.
Very in. And then we had the main challenge. It was Lady Baller, which they had to come in as some sports reference, sports ball. And then you had Basketball Wives. And then they had their own creation where they had to take items from the workroom and make something on their own.
Balls to the wall, Eleganza.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for a design challenge. I think this might be the longest we've had to wait for one.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of crazy that some of them have, like, they're going into Drag Race not knowing how to sew, and I'm like, y'all know the show.
When I saw Ben de la Creme, who didn't really know how to sew, and she made that gorgeous gown by hot gluing, she was like, I know how to do like a tube dress, and then I'm just gonna hot glue and embellish. That's what I've always in the back of my mind thought, like, that's what I would do. So when I saw Rockham doing the duct tape, you know, she was making the body mold that she says like cosplay does. I thought that was pretty smart because that's also a way that I've seen online that people make dress forms. If they want to make dress forms for themselves, they'll do that. They'll duct tape their form and then they'll stuff that with like pillow stuffing, and that's their own dress form because that's exactly their body shape.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why everyone was like immediately hating on it because I thought that was kind of clever.
It was foreign to them. They don't know much about cosplay, but cosplayers, they do so much with their costume. It's crazy the kind of craftsmanship that goes into cosplay. So kudos to her. She's got those skills.
Everything I've learned, because you know Alexis is like, when I first met Alexis was like not a sewer, not a hairdoer, and now she does it all. She makes all her own stuff, does all her own hair. She's taught me everything I need to know to make a tube dress.
This moment.
Yes. When I'm on the runway and they're reading me down and they're saying, why would you make this? This is terrible. Please go home. I would say, Alexis!
Well, Alexis told me this was going to be good.
There's a him here, there's a him here, there's a him here.
Our favorite drag queen.
Not to put a damper on all of this fun that we're having with this episode that some would say was too long. But I'm loving the re-edit they did to edit out what T-Rex is calling redacted pie.
Yeah, right.
I'm loving it because in the workroom when they're working on stuff, the only time you see her, because I forget about her. They're doing such a good job of editing her out. But every time you see her, she's asking them about like what they're doing. She's like, so tell me about your garment. They have edited her down to a producer. I wonder if she's getting a producer credit.
A producer that's slipping in with a wig on.
Yeah. Well, no, she was wearing all black. She was out of drag, and she's just walking around, and they show, like, back-to-back. I forget who she was talking to, but there were two different girls, and she was like, so tell me, what do you wear? Tell me about your garment. Well, they gotta put her to work somehow.
Honestly, I only remember that she's in the show when it's runway time, and you're like, oh, yeah, she's here.
Yeah. I know we said it last week, but kudos to the editors, and truly, just for doing the right thing. I don't know that it's because they want to do the right thing. They may just are afraid of the backlash. But I'm so happy that they took the time to go back and re-edit it and make it a show that we can enjoy with the least amount of cringe possible.
Yeah.
Until, you know, we see Aiden.
They're taking ownership of it, and I appreciate it.
And we'll get to Aiden. I'm sorry. That was a read on Aiden, but we can get to Aiden when we get to the runways. Because I wanted to like Aiden. I'm so mad. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You wanted to like Aiden?
I did. I thought Aiden was going to be this weird country bumpkin and was going to come out with like, hey, look, I made this in the back of the car that I sleep in. But instead, she's just...
The chips on her shoulder. The chips.
It does look like she made everything in the back of a car, though, so... Anyway, we'll get to her later. I did like how Jan said she's the Troy Bolton of drag.
All in this together.
We're all in this together, you and me. And we're here, and it's now, and you see us.
I was more of a Corbin Bleu fan.
You were?
No. Not really.
I was the fan of that girl who popped and locked extra hard in the cafeteria.
Oh.
Do you remember her?
Martha.
She's like, I like to pop and lock.
And jam and break? Is that even legal?
Man, I almost lost my way. This episode, there was a lot of filler time. This is one of those where they're like, we don't have enough to fill 90 minutes. We saw them work on their outfits for a good half hour.
Long.
Multiple
I'm like, get
commercial
to the good
breaks.
stuff. Get to the good
Multiple
stuff.
commercial breaks. That was another thing, since we're so used to, like, when we're at Sidetrack, we're working during commercial breaks. I forget that these are actual commercial breaks with commercials.
Mm-hmm.
They had prep multiple times, which, who are you targeting?
They had that commercial where it's the homeless person harassing them playing a chess game, which makes me uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable, but hey, you gotta protect yourself. I don't know what that means.
He was going, I don't know.
Yeah, it was bad. That was bad. Well, I did enjoy seeing Carrie Underwood work out. That was a commercial I very much enjoyed.
Good to know that she's taking care of her health.
She is, as long as she stays away from those stairs. Those pesky stairs.
Stay away, lady.
What I did think was funny was that every now and then they'd have, like, a COVID-19 announcement. Little, like, they had that yellow screen where they were, I don't know, they were saying we're all in this together, basically. Mm-hmm. So it'd be a little somber, and then it'd be like, Lunchables, when everything is going right.
Girl, we're not eating that shit. It could be the end of the world. I'm not eating that shit.
No, that's not me. I would eat that happily. Were you one of those kids that had the option of a Lunchable? I was not.
Oh, you know what? Throw it back to the field trips we had. Either the nacho box or the cracker box. And both were a hit.
You had those?
Did I have those on field trips? Yes.
You must have been a popular kid.
You know, my mom let me have a little something on the field trips.
All the popular kids had the pizza ones, the make your own pizza Lunchables, and that, I thought that was the top.
Really?
And then I had to, yeah, girl. And
make
then I
your
had to pull
own
out
pizza? That's weird to me.
It was amazing. And then I had to pull out my, like, can of Squirt.
Oh.
And then we had the chips and the soggy peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but they were in the Ziploc bags with the actual Ziploc. We couldn't even have the cool sandwich bags that folded over.
Raw dough with tomato paste and some cheese.
Yeah. And pepperonis.
Okay, well, it does sound kind of good. I will go on GoPuff later and order some.
And a Capri Sun included. That's the upgraded box.
Oh, the Capri Sun, and then the one Reese's Piece, the little chocolate.
The little, they always had like a little Hershey Kiss
little
or
baby
something
one.
that they were like, here's your tiny little dessert. Did you not think it was funny that Aiden didn't realize that she was making a referee outfit until Jan told her she was making a referee outfit?
Yeah, big brain.
Girl, you got black and white stripes on. Foot Locker. It's
you know
the best
what?
reference.
If she didn't say that, she wouldn't have come out with that whistle later on in the episode. Don't give someone their intention. If they're gonna fail, just let them fail.
That was another, like, growing up thing that I missed out on, was Foot Locker. Because we would go into the Foot Locker, and my mom would be like, I bet we can get this cheaper at Payless. And I just wanted to walk around the mall with the black and white striped Foot Locker bag. But instead, I got stuck with the Payless bag like an idiot.
You ain't got the budget for it.
And I couldn't even look into Lids. A store only for hats? No, my mom was not having it.
Why was it the food court and then Lids was right there?
But because it was the most popular store, and you could get your Chick-fil-A. This was before we knew how much they hated gay people, although we kind of knew. And then you go get your hat. Or, I'm sorry, you go get your lid.
You get your lids.
I was that kid, though, that, like, everyone's getting so excited about Spencer's Gifts, which, of course, we weren't allowed in because of the devil. But I loved going into Things Remembered. Do you remember Things Remembered?
No.
Things Remembered was the store that old people would buy each other music boxes and pocket knives, and you could get it engraved with your name.
Things Remembered.
That was my favorite store. You could get anything you wanted with your monogram on it.
That just makes sense.
A 13-year-old gay kid wanted a monogram music box.
Oh my god, that makes so much sense for you. That's why your love language is gifting, because you like personalized gifts.
Because of things remembered.
Because of things remembered.
Oh, God. It's all coming full circle.
Okay, see, the trauma unboxes slowly.
And that box better have my monogram on it.
Yes.
Another kind of storyline in this episode, they're trying real hard to get us to believe that Nikki Doll is goofy.
Yes. She's so silly. She's so fun.
Yeah. There were multiple moments where Jackie's like, don't worry, they'll see that you're goofy. Nikki keeps saying that she's goofy. Leslie Jones on the runway is like, show us a goofy face. Is she goofy?
I guess she plays around with them. She puts a wig on. She's gay. Is gay goofy, though? Because there's some boring gays out here. Gay used to be goofy. Now you gotta be...
used to be goofy.
Now you gotta be gay with hobbies.
Ugh.
Okay? You can't just be gay now.
Not to jump too far ahead, but I do love when Leslie Jones was like, show us you're funny. Show us a funny face. And she goes... And we talked about this on our live that we just did, and someone was like, well, maybe it's a language barrier. And I say, no. Miss Cuckoo, Cynthia Lee Fontaine, she had a language barrier, and sure, her political commentary, not funny, due to language barrier. But she was goofy as hell.
Goofy.
She was so goofy.
Yes.
If you're saying, with this much energy, I'm goofy. Are you?
There are clowns around the world. Trust me. There are clowns around the world.
Yes, excuse me, you come from France. Your ultimate clown is Jerry Lewis. He's goofy as fuck. Nutty Professor, excuse me? Original?
Are you kidding me? Mimes?
Yes, mimes?
Mimes, bitch. Be a mime. You ain't got a personality? Be a mime. Is that wrong? Is that wrong of me to say?
Yes.
I hope.
Okay, and Chan, there was something that happened on this episode that Rockham brought up.
Right.
That I thought maybe you would want to ask me about. Did you want to ask me about it?
Yes. What did you think of her? What did you think of Rockham Sakura saying or bringing up that Asian queens don't have to try too hard to be pretty?
You know, I knew you were going to ask me about this, and I'm so glad that I'm able to be here to give my opinion on it. For far too long, I have said nothing but kind things.
Yes.
What did you think about the comment?
Her being at fault for being Asian, that has nothing to do with her. I think if you have something that you're born with, use that to your advantage. Lean into it. What's wrong with that, you know? Everyone has something that they're born with that they can use to their advantage.
It's bullshit to discount someone's hard work or success in drag because of some advantage that you perceive that's so belittling. It's one thing that I struggle against by being such a beautiful model.
Okay.
Like, I hate being, like, put in a box.
But you know what's on that box?
What? Your
name engraved.
That's true.
Hello?
You remembered. Things remembered. Have people said that to you before?
That I don't have to try too hard? They know not to. They know not to go for it, but no. People have been very nice. I feel like if someone just out of nowhere said, Auntie Ten, you don't try hard because you're Asian, I would laugh really hard in their face and then just walk away. It makes no sense. What does that even have to do with anything?
I'm gonna guess the race of the person who would say something like that as being white.
White.
That's a terrible white person thing to say.
Oh my god, if someone said that, I would take it to Twitter. I would take it to Twitter.
Don't threaten me. Don't threaten me on
you
Twitter.
You won't believe what I just heard.
Don't you threaten me with Twitter. Chan, are you ready to take it to the runway?
Let's take it to the runway.
Runway. Runway. Rue comes out and we hear the music and Leslie Jones starts singing along.
Yes. She's got her phone out.
Did you for a split second go, what is that?
Yes. I was like, is she singing?
Is someone singing? Then I thought, is Rue singing? Is this some weird new thing she's trying? But then I saw that she had her phone out, which is her thing. Leslie Jones' thing is live streaming and tweeting as she's watching things. So
it was a joy to see someone enjoy the show. It made you excited to watch it, and it kind of gave a really positive energy to everyone else. They were excited to pun, to make her laugh, Everyone was like having a good time. Her energy is contagious, so she was such a great choice for a judge. I loved her.
Yeah. I watch SNL clips all the time. Like, I'm always on YouTube, and I love SNL. I watch everything all the time, always. And as an SNL cast member, I've never been a Leslie Jones fan. But seeing her so pure on that show and just living her life, I think that's how we would all be if we got asked to be a judge on that show, right? Wouldn't you just lose your mind?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And she kept saying, like, oh my God, oh, it's the music. Oh my God, the runway's about to start. Oh my God.
Can I tell you kind of a funny story not a funny story, but a story that I know concerning Miss Leslie Jones?
Yeah, tell me a story that's not funny.
Okay, I had a friend that got on SNL, and when he met Leslie Jones for the first time, he was like, hey girl, and he was this white man, and she was like, no. And then for the rest of the season, he was just kind of like distant and was never in on the new clique. He was like a featured player, but he never made like big breakup performances, and he got booted after one season. Whoop. Anyway, if you see Leslie Jones, don't hey girl her.
I was so happy that she was having so much fun. It made it so much more fun to watch.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with Mama Rue.
Okay. Mama Rue.
On that shiny one shoulder. I thought she looked great.
Yeah. Asymmetry is drag. I'll say it again. Asymmetry is drag. If your look is asymmetrical, it's interesting.
Thank you.
Oh.
So, we're going to take it. How do you think we should take it?
Queen by queen.
Queen by queen, all three looks?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
So, who's our first queen?
Jackie Cox. She came out with her lacrosse look. She had the Canadian jersey on. Red.
She had that little short blonde boy wig.
Interesting choice for wig.
Interesting choice. But, you know, sports.
I like wearing my bowl cut wigs when I play sports, too.
I know.
I feel that.
I can't get you off the lacrosse field.
I love it. I love the game.
I love that she paid homage to her Canadian, because, you know, she's Canadian-Iranian.
Yes.
So I like that she had the little Canada nod.
Shout out to Drake.
Exactly. And he's watching, of course. Drake.
Drake, if you're watching, hi.
I thought she looked super cute. I liked it a lot. Her second look was the Basketball Wives. It was the white netted flare pants and then the tie top with the breastplate.
Nothing but
net. 70s.
Nothing but
so
net.
We see a lot of 60s from her. This was a little more moving into the Columbo 70s.
Okay.
So, you know, she's slowly making her way towards
modern
what we're referring to now as hell or modern times.
Oh, yes.
I liked it. I thought it was cute to do the netting. Like, I liked, because, you know, some sports use nets. Did you hear about that?
I've heard of this. To catch balls.
Yeah, butterfly. I thought it was cute. You know how I feel about a breastplate.
Titty, titty, titty.
I'm not a breastplate person.
You don't like seeing titty?
I like seeing titty, but the breastplate to me, I feel like we've seen it.
When it's done right, it's everything.
I thought this look, the idea was so smart, and it was very her. It was very on brand for her. But I would have preferred not the big plastic titty. Because who you feeding with that? A plastic baby? They don't need to eat.
They don't need to eat. Yeah, it does create a shiny texture on your chest.
And the only thing I want to see shining on your chest is moisture.
I want to see that lotion on you. I want to see Jonathan Avino.
Yeah, I don't want to have to give you the hose again. Put that lotion on your skin.
Put that lotion on. Hose?
And then her final look, the one that she made, she deconstructed that soccer ball and made like a little pattern out of it. She had kind of it looked like a raincoat, almost cape thing. She went back to her 60s roots.
Blue.
She went back in time.
I thought it was cute. I thought the color was magnifique. I loved what she did with her hair, the updo, too.
Yeah, I liked the little, how she deconstructed the soccer ball down. I don't enjoy that fabric. Like the dress is made of, that kind of stretchy. It's
the drag queen fabric, you know.
It's the drag queen fabric, exactly.
Quick, safe look.
You know, but it was perfect for. She had the kind of raincoat, so they were both kind of slick looking. So that was great.
Up next, we had Nikki Doll, and in her first look, she gave us a little bob, little Lady Gaga, very Super Bowl halftime show.
Very reminiscent of Jackie's bob that we just saw.
You know what?
It was a little more fashion than
Pass it
Jackie's.
along.
Jackie's was like your little brother. This is a little more fashion. But I thought this look, while beautiful, was very reminiscent of, remember her look where she had the feather kind of thing with the black bodysuit and the mask that she revealed?
Feather thing.
Nothing.
Oh, it's the same shape though. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
top
it's the same
heavy.
shape.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny they didn't, because you know how they love to say, we've seen this before.
Right.
They did not say that to her, which, whatever.
Look, GameStop
But
booty.
she looked good.
Her second look, I did enjoy this a lot. It was her Basketball Wives look. She had on this red ostrich feather look, looking expensive.
So expensive.
Girl, that coat.
And she had on the beret, because God forbid we forget that she's French and goofy.
Francois. Oh, I'm
French
so
and goofy.
silly.
Alexis, she's coming for your gig. You know, ever since Alexis went to Paris, she wears berets all the time.
Yeah, she's a different woman.
I wonder if Alexis felt threatened by that.
Culturally found.
And then her Eleganza, what did she make?
She had this corset with bright, warm colors.
Yeah, she was dressed as the backdrop of the judges panel. It was that same color.
That's the judge's panel.
The like orange and pink.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even put that together. I loved it.
I liked the hips. I like that she added shape with the hips. I love that she used a couche ball. Rosie O'Donnell would love that. So, yeah.
Do you remember when Roxy Andrews did her Candy Runway
Yes.
corset with the fringe? It was kind of that
Yes.
shape. I loved it.
The Roxy days. Simpler times.
Simpler times.
Simpler times. We could leave the house.
Up next, we had Aiden Zane with the League of Her Own runway. She gave vintage tees. I like this hair. It wasn't that black wig that she's been wearing. Thank
The first
God.
time we've seen her in new hair.
I love it. I love to see it.
You know I love to dress as a movie character when we come up with sports. So I was into that. But you know what I love the most about this? Think.
The ball.
What was on her chest?
Focus on her chest.
It was her monogram. She was monogrammed. She went to Things Remembered. She had her monogram on
She
her
had her
shirt.
monogram on. Yep.
I was like, girl, do you have a music box with that on it? Because I know where you can get it. She took what is basically a Halloween costume and she changed it up a little. She had like the leather kind of harness thing on. So I thought it was cute.
Oh.
It worked.
She looked good. The next runway, she was a
Basketball
basketball
wives.
wives with a paper bag. Now, I had a problem with that.
She was the Peg Bundy character, but like Peg Bundy got dressed inside a Halloween store.
I see.
The hair was great.
The hair was
We got
great.
that.
Yes.
That's the second wig we've seen that's been completely different. Do you think when she wears different wigs, she still has the little wig on underneath it?
Yes.
Just to feel safe?
Yes.
You think that's her security blanket?
That's the just in case the wig falls off.
Oh, let me just...
Boom!
good.
Kitty cat.
It's dressed as a basketball wife, and she's like, I know, Peg Bundy. I forgot that episode of Married with Children when the husband got drafted into the NBA. I forgot about that. That was a season-long arc.
Go back and watch it.
And then we get to her Eleganza,
Okay.
which she finished early.
Finished early.
What did you think of her Foot Locker moment?
I thought it was bottom. I thought it was gonna be in the bottom.
There was no pants.
No
she
pants.
glued balls onto a corset.
Yeah.
And then some like Christmas ornaments and called it a day.
Oh, is that so, ma'am? Is that so?
And then-
she took a nap. She said, it's done. If I work any harder, it's gonna be ruined.
Ma'am, it was ruined. It was ruined.
Girl.
It was ruined.
Up next, we had Rock'em Sakura, and her first look, she provided us ball in a cup. I thought it was
Ball in a cup.
the universal ball in a cup game. People started saying tetherball, and I was like, oh, okay, it could be that too.
Yeah, tetherball, I got it once they said that because they have like, she had the string going down her body. But yeah, I thought it was also like ball in a cup.
Ball and cup.
You know, the game, ball in a cup.
I feel like that would
You'll
be
never lose the ball.
more
It's
like
on a
her.
string.
That's more like Rock'em Sakura, ball and cup, than a tetherball.
Yeah, maybe that was her thing, and then maybe a producer was like, I think this needs to be more sports related. And she was like, tetherball.
Tetherball.
I thought it was so clever. And when the judges came so hard for her, like, well, we didn't like the rest of the outfit. Girl, she gave you ball in a cup.
Ball in a cup, girl. That's the concept.
And it was memorable, and it was so fun. Ball in a cup.
You have to say it with optimism. Ball in a cup.
Alexis is wheezing in my ear. Let's make sure that we have that playing. Then we get to her basketball wives.
Oh boy.
And she had that kind of gold nude illusion thing on. She had a soggy bottom. Like her hip pads that got caught in the rain.
Yeah, that was the issue. She had someone else's butt on there. Whose butt was that? I don't know.
It was somebody that needed to locate it.
Yes.
It was very low. Just felt like she was like, let me just push these down.
These sharp sides.
I can set my drink. I thought she painted really well. She painted really pretty.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that. And I liked the color on her. I liked with the paint, the gold. I thought it was pretty.
It was really pretty.
But the butt was unfortunate.
Her silhouette.
That was an unfortunate butt.
And then for her custom creation, I thought was one of the top 3 looks. It was her Rainbow Ball Museum of Contemporary Art costume.
I didn't hate it either. I have to be honest.
Yeah.
I was a little shocked that they hated it so much. I thought, yeah, she threw everything on there, but with a purpose. It felt very structural. I will agree with Michelle. It did look like she had some sores. But who hasn't been there?
You're telling me your chest is clear?
I agree that I would have preferred it be shorter. The little hoop thing at the bottom was neat.
That was a little extra,
it would have been cooler if it were higher up. But yeah.
Up next, it was Jada Essence Hall.
Girl, can I tell you?
Oh my gosh.
I guess during the episode, she, her voiceover, she was saying something about LeBron James.
Yeah.
So I was writing these notes and I wrote, next up, LeBron James.
LeBron James.
I didn't even write Jada. I just wrote LeBron James.
LeBron James.
The funniest part to me about this look from LeBron James was the fact that it said Hall on both the front and the back. So her team name is Hall and her last name is Hall.
Team of 1.
Playing for Hall is going to be player number 4, Hall.
Look, she carries her own team.
She's like, I don't really know how this works, so I'm just gonna, I like my name.
Hall.
But she looked cute. It was cute.
She did, yeah.
Yeah, it was cute.
Shout out to the WNBA. And then her basketball wives look stunning. Stunning.
Stunning.
Stunning.
She was the burgundy basketball wife.
Yes.
Whew. I love a sparkle and a fur in the same color.
Bitch look good.
That's nice.
She looked good. That hair was right. The color was sexy.
And then what was her Eleganza?
The white balls. Remember that?
Yes.
She wanted it to hit the ground, but honestly, she didn't need it to. She has beautiful legs. Show off those legs.
It was better that it didn't.
Yeah.
See, the one little tiny critique I'd have for that was when she got to the end of the runway and she kicked her leg up, you could see her crotch because it was so short. I do wish it had gone down just a little more because we are in church, but I liked it a lot
To cover her bone beat.
Yes, exactly.
That's
but
Cambodian for vagina.
Oh, I knew that. Don't you see how I just went along with it?
You're right.
I don't know a lot, but I do know the word for vagina in every language.
Up next, we had Britta Filter with her baseball look. She's a baseball queen with the baseball shoulders. Very baseball.
I love the big baseball shoulders.
Yeah. Britta has a brand of drag that's just that's a drag queen.
You see Britta's brand very clearly.
Right.
You see, I could see that outfit off of her and be like, that's something Britta would wear.
That's a Britta costume.
Because even, her basketball wives, she said it was Kim K inspired from the Met Gala or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it was still very Britta. Mm-hmm. It was pretty. Very pretty. But I liked the hair with it.
Yes. I think her hair always looks great.
And then we have the Eleganza pineapple. It looked better up close than far away.
I'm so confused though. How did we get to pineapple?
Well, remember she didn't know what to do, and then they saw the yellow blow up thing that Jan ended up wearing in blue, and they were like, "Oh, it kind of looks like a pineapple." She's like, "I'm from Hawaii" or whatever, and then suddenly it was pineapple. There was a lot of craftsmanship to it, and it was finished.
Yeah,
it looked finished, and it fit her body well. And her hair was cute. I get that you didn't immediately get pineapple, but you can't tell me that was worse than Aiden's.
She sold it, yeah. She was confident in it.
Who was next? Crystal
LaBeija.
So up next, Crystal Evasia. Yes, we did have Crystal Evasia just came out of nowhere. Won everything. So we had Crystal Method, and she was a 60s bowler. So coming for Jackie's gig.
Love it.
The 60s moment. Super duper cute.
I love the bowler. That's a sport, ma'am.
That is a sport.
Excuse me.
Sure, you can drink beer and sit, but it's also, you get trophies.
You sweat a little bit.
What's the highest bowling score you've ever gotten?
3,000.
You bowled a perfect lifetime of bowling?
Yes. Actually, let me see. I think I've gotten up to like 160 before. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, girl.
58. I thought it was super cute, and she tried different makeup. She tried to soften her makeup a little. It still read as very Crystal to me, but just a little softer.
Good.
So she took the note without changing herself completely. Good for you. Crystal's Basketball Wives was that like pink latexy. What do we call that? It's not latex. It's pleather. It's not pleather. Remember, we've done this, but vinyl.
No.
Whew, it's vinyl. She had that long blonde hair that reminded me very much of Abhijit. She looked cute. I don't know about Basketball Wife.
Wives, you know what? Wives around the world.
Wear pink.
Wives wear pink.
Wives do wear pink. I'm so sorry for all the wives out there. I didn't mean to. You're right. Stereotypes exist for a reason.
Yes.
And then she had her Eleganza look, which was the Carmen Miranda clowny ball look, which I loved. Do you know who Carmen Miranda is?
I don't.
Or was? She was from South America. She was an actress with MGM in the 40s. She was in a lot of like musicals. She had cute little songs, and she always wore like fruit arrangements.
Okay.
Like think of edible arrangements, but like a woman attached.
Was she the founder of Edible Arrangements?
Well, she was, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. After her death, but it's all in her will.
It's okay. Good. I thought the color was magnifique. I thought the ruffles were beautiful. The placement of the balls, gorge.
Yes.
She has an eye for design. For design. Up next, we had Jan. She gave us soccer player, soccer girl.
But it was like also structured, like she was wearing like football padding and like soccer padding, or I guess that is soccer padding.
It was athletic.
I thought it was so clever and so cute, and she actually kicked a soccer ball around on stage, which is scary.
Oh, that's fun.
But she did it.
Oh, that's fun.
Did you ever play soccer growing up?
Just in recess. Not professionally, no.
I played for our church league because my parents said you have to play a sport. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll play soccer. I like how the shorts like blow in the wind.
Oh.
And I hated it so much, and I cried every time we went to soccer practice. I was terrible. And one day I told my dad I'm not feeling well, and he's like, you have to go. And then we get to the soccer practice, and we're in this circle because we always prayed in a circle before we would play soccer because church. And I told my coach, I was like, I do not feel good. And he's like, we'll pray for you. And he was praying, and he was like, and please, Lord, please help Drew feel better. And then right when he said that, I threw up in the middle of the circle.
Oh, God.
So I got to go home. But then I had to go back and play the game the next day.
God.
They never let me play because I was terrible. But I did love those little Umbro shorts.
And you threw up.
I threw up for Jesus.
Then we had her Basketball Wives look. She was in a fully rhinestoned little athletic.
Rhinestone tracksuit.
It was crazy.
Louis Vuitton shoes. And then she had the Janelle bag.
She looked so expensive. Where did she have that kind of money?
Again, I think we said this last week. It was clever. Everything we see from Jan is polished and clever.
Yeah.
Both of these. Wonderful.
Yeah.
And then we get to her Eleganza.
Yeah.
And she's got that blue, like Hunger Games kind of thing. Beautifully made. Her makeup was amazing. The wig was amazing. How this was not in the top 3.
Love the color, yeah. It was a creation.
I thought all 3 looks. Jan, I'm sorry. What this is this is rigomoris.
Okay.
It is so good.
If not top 3, high safe, I think. Highest safe. Like 4th.
Top 3.
Top 3. Oh, okay. Up next we had Heidi in Closet. She gave us a little golfer moment. I thought the character was fun. The character was there. See, here's the thing. If you can't like bring a look to fruition, at least play the character. And she leaned into it.
It looked like something you could just get from the Kathy Ireland.
I mean, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. For her Basketball Wives look, again, she decided to go for OTR, off the rack.
Uh-huh.
That little white dress, which was cute, but you could see, I don't know if you noticed, she had kind of the like line of rhinestones.
Yes.
So we go from Jan, who is completely rhinestoned, to this off the rack dress that has just a single line of little bitty rhinestones that if you looked very closely might catch the light.
And then for her Eleganza look, she had the bald-headed, green and purple fringe. The balls are placed meticulously.
Positives, I thought the garment was really well made.
Yes.
The cutouts on the leg. I love the green and purple. It worked for Barney. It worked for you. I thought the idea of the bald head was cute, but the execution, it was just the bald cap.
The polish wasn't there, yeah. Because you saw how shiny that bald cap was, right?
Yes, and you could, and it was like coming up in places, and her makeup is still, I mean, thank God Nicki Minaj was not there, because
she chewed her up and spit her out.
Yeah, I just,
Yeah, she was definitely low safe, I think. Low safe.
And then going into another low safe for me was Widow.
Oh.
So Widow's first look was, she was that jockey. She wore all velvet horse jockey, cute idea. But she brought out that children's toy, and there was nothing done to it.
Mm-hmm.
She had literally gone to like a toy section and bought this children's toy horse on a stick and did nothing to it. She didn't do rhinestones. She didn't try and make a bow to match her outfit. Nothing.
Yeah, that could have been anyone's horse. How do I know that's your horse?
It was fine.
It was so goofy. So goofy.
It was fine.
Then we had her Basketball Wives look with giant white puffy sleeves. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I liked the over the top kind of rich. I could see a basketball wife wearing that.
Yeah.
I could see someone like going to a game and that. And
You could probably stuff
extra.
about 6-7 basketballs in those sleeves.
That's what she was going for.
That's what she. Hey babe, I got you. Pulls that ball.
Looks like they foul ball. I got one.
I got you. Y'all need towels? I got drinks in here too.
She was wearing that tiny little 2-inch heel though, and that was very distracting to me.
Girl.
Which she brought into the next look, into her Eleganza in a different color. What did you think of her Eleganza look?
I thought it was really cool. I thought it was a very interesting silhouette, and I don't know, it looked very ethnic, so that's drag, right?
Well, now that you said that, now I feel bad. I can't say I hate it.
Yeah, don't say you hate it.
I didn't enjoy it though, because it was just a hoop skirt that she glued balls to.
Wow.
And she tied around her neck. It looked like she was wearing a Christmas tree skirt.
Oh. Well, if you break it down
the coloring.
like that.
I liked the coloring of it. I
Yes.
thought that was interesting. I liked the headpiece. I thought that was interesting. But she just tied a hoop skirt around her neck.
Wow, did she really just do that though?
Yeah, that's exactly what that was. That was like the form of a hoop skirt that she just glued balls to. Which, clever. I mean, it's clever that...
Someone's doing something.
I guess.
Question, what would you do for this runway? For the balls?
For the Eleganza?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Well, first I'd have to be in the space, you know. I need to be inspired. I need to surround myself with a material. I need to, you know. So saying exactly what I would do, I don't know. I think what I would do, ultimately, I'd make something beautiful and I'd win. And that's it. What would you do?
I would do something like what... I loved what Jada did. I love just like taking like a very pretty silhouette and just like finding one color and just put balls all over it. Yeah, I do something like that.
I like the one color. I thought that was really
I loved that.
Too, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then our final girl, Gigi Good, she came out in this Heather's croquet moment. Loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it.
Loved it so much.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get enough of it.
Oh, we love a villain. We love a bad girl.
I love that musical. She looked great. Nothing bad to say.
And then her Basketball Wives moment. That jacket, though. Oof.
Her snakeskin with like the collar up like a snake.
Yes. Yes.
So gorge. And the matching boots, can't get enough.
The black hair.
And the hair.
It was so good. It was so good.
And then to move into Eleganza, where she made that beautiful white dress. She made that.
Yes.
And then put the balls on it in the perfect,
worth
and
it.
the little flipped out hair. Just so good.
Mm-hmm.
She's such a good drag queen.
So good.
I don't care what you say about how young she is, Chan. I think she's great.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry I said anything about her age.
Yeah, stop it.
How old is she? 20, 22?
I don't know that we need to say
Okay.
that. It's important.
Right.
Let's get into our tops and our bottoms.
Mm-hmm.
Tops. Gigi and Jada, I get. I don't know that Nikki would have been in the top for me. I would have replaced her with Jan. But do you agree with the top three?
I agree with the top three.
Okay.
I agree with the top three.
That makes this easy. And then the bottom was Aiden, Rockham, and Britta.
Okay.
I probably would have switched out Rockham with Widow
Heidi?
or Heidi. Yeah, Heidi or Widow.
Yeah.
But I definitely would have left Aiden in the bottom.
Yeah.
So we find out Gigi's the winner. How exciting.
Yeah. Gigi
Well deserved.
wins. Mama's boy.
And then, unfortunately, Aiden is safe. And I can't wrap my mind around that.
Everyone's very upset. We went live and everyone within
Was so mad.
2 seconds in, I'm fuming, I'm angry, and I'm right there with you. I'm kind of confused.
And we're only a few episodes in, but Rockham has really made a place for herself in all of our hearts. I think we were all just so Team Rockham. That was really hard.
It was really hard to see her go.
And to see her struggle so much, pulling her costume apart. Oh, that was awkward.
Oh God, and the crying. Oh my God, the crying makes me so uncomfortable because
So
I'm like,
uncomfortable.
that comes from trauma. You grew up in a house where no one supported that.
Human emotion is difficult in general for me, but it was a lot.
It was hard.
Like sobbing.
Like,
Yeah.
like I haven't cried that hard like that since like middle school. Like, like choking on your cry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't know that I've ever cried like that. Even when I killed that guy.
Excuse me?
We love you,
Oh,
Rockham,
yes.
you're still one of the hottest people out there.
Okay, damn.
I mean, that body.
True.
Okay, so we have our intern, Alexis P. Bevel. She's been in our ear the whole time. So we're going to cut to her for her intern minute. Alexis, you're live now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Intern Minute, featuring me, Alexis P. Bevels. Today, the P stands for pandemic. No, I'm here in the studio. This is where it all happens. I've got all my things here. I've got all my everything. I've got my, all of it. Tonight's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race was the ball. I love a ball. I love I love gowns. I love looks. I love all of it. However, it was a ball about sports. Sports is something, and I hate to say this so openly, I don't care about at all, even a little bit. Did I play sports? Thank you so much for asking. Yeah, I played soccer for the YMCA. I never scored a goal or whatever, except for the last game of my professional soccer career. I had the ball. I was kind of dabbling towards the goalpost or whatever, and I looked and I saw someone was open, and I was like, victory could be mine. Just do it, Alex. Just do it. And then I saw, but if I do that way, he'll definitely get a goal. And I was like, personal glory, team member. Personal glory, team member. I went team member. And I don't think we won, but he did score a goal. So I had an assist. What would I do for the Eleganza theme? I think I would take one of those things like I don't. Okay, if I had time to prepare, do you remember how Shangela did the thing when she came back for All Stars? She did the globe, and she came in and she was in the snow globe. I do a lot of bingo. Well, I did a lot of bingo. So I think I would do that. I think I would get one of those and just fill it with bingo balls everywhere. Maybe like attach them to the bottom of my skirt or whatever. I would be inside the cage, and I would have the balls be kind of sort of being spun around. And since this episode was all about balls, I thought I would show you my balls. Sorry. Hold on. Here they are. Ready? Okay. Am I doing it? I'd like to apologize for this intern minute.
Chan, can you
Okay.
believe she said all of those terrible things? I'm gonna have to bleep.
You know
half of
what?
them.
I didn't know she had it in her, but I'm glad she said what she needed to say.
Yes. We want to thank you so much for supporting us in this desperate, desperate time. We've had such an overwhelming response to tipping through Venmo. Thank you so much. We're going to put your names up here right now. We're actually going to take a moment and do a separate screen
Aww.
because there's so many of you. So here's our moment.
Thank you so much. 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 Thank you so much.
Isn't that so sweet?
Very nice. Very sweet.
I can't believe it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And patrons, of course, as always, we love you deeply. We're going to be putting out a little extra stuff coming this week, and then we'll see you for more of whatever this was.
Whew. We'll see how this turns out, girl.
All right, well, we love you. Chan, it was so good hearing you and not seeing you. We love you. We'll see ya. Goodbye.
Okay, let me hit and record. Okay. Ma'am. Working shit. Ooh. Ooh. Right, the camera's like, yeah. I know.